Let's get more on this now with Osama Rizvi. He's a global market and product strategist at Primary Vision. Welcome to the program, Osama. Now, firstly, how significant is this free trade deal for India following prolonged tensions with the United States over this?
Well, for India, it certainly would come as a relief because recently they've had some bitter moments with their one of the key allies, US. But we also need to remind that despite these tensions, India continues to be a very important pillar of US foreign policy, at least in the region, as a counterbalance to Chinese influence as well. Now, the tariff rates India had were quite unpopular, and it was creating lots of issues in India as well in its domestic politics too. So the rationalization of these tariff rates will certainly be a welcome event. However, the figures like $500 billion of importing of US goods would take decades in reality to materialize because right now they're only at 50 billion or something. So and the domestic demand also needs to be there. Certainly, other demand factors would also come into play. So it's a wait and watch development right now.
Right now, Trump claims India is moving towards zero trade barriers. Is this the end of decades of India's protectionism?
I do not think so because right now the global politics, geopolitical landscape, and political paradigm seems to be switching and changing so quickly that nothing can be said will be in for the longer run. I've always mentioned a word called minilateralism, and that essentially describes how the world is being governed right now. Minilateralism actually means that come together, work together, collaborate on certain issues, and then may not see eye to eye on other certain issues. So maybe this is for the shorter run and food policies, specifically in terms of food imports and exports and textiles, etc. Countries like India, emerging economies, would give priority to the domestic energy economic security over anything else.
Right, and with US tariffs now lower than China's, does this deal officially crown India as the world's new factory floor?
I would not say that because even if we look at the figures right now, China continues to be the factory of the world. Manufacturing there is more than what US, South Korea, India, Germany combined, and a little bit more. So I think, but India is certainly the next preferred destination after China. India offers one thing that China does not, which is now low cost labor, because Chinese labor has sort of moved into the different quadrant where they are now working for higher labors and they're moved into research and development and semiconductors and whatnot. Whereas India can serve in this regard, in this domain, in this picture, as the best substitute for low labor investments.
Osama Rizvi in Lahore, thank you very much for your analysis.